The mirror shows a map of every drought I ever walked through. Silver lines that trace where the worry used to live. I remember 22, thinking toughness was a fist, ready to punch back at the wind, refusing to forgive. But the oak tree in the yard taught me better in the gale. If you don't learn how to bend, you're guaranteed to fail. They expected iron cold and rusted in the rain, but I kept the velvet wrapped around the pain. I fought the wolf at the door with a lullaby song. Look at me now, still gentle, still strong. There were nights the ledger bled more red than I could staunch, and silence filled the hallway where his boots used to fall. I could have turned to granite, built a fortress in my chest, shut the windows to the neighbors, built a higher garden wall. But I poured the tea instead, and I kept the porch light on, refusing to let the darkness steal the coming of the dawn. Yeah, they bet on iron, thinking softness couldn't last, but I didn't let the bitterness calcify the past. I walked through the fire, but I didn't take it alone. Here I stand, still gentle, still strong. Tug the apron that I stitched in '89. They don't know the cost of kindness in a cruel and heavy time. It takes a backbone made of steel to keep an open hand when the world is stealing everything, the rest upon the land. It's easy to be angry, it's the coward's way to hate. It takes a warrior to love despite the way. I could have sharpened all my words like arrows in a bow. I could have frozen over like the January snow. But what's the use of surviving if the best of you is dead? If you kill the flower just to save the garden bed? No, I kept the laugh lines deeper than the scars. I kept my eyes focused on the stillness of the stars. Story in the lines upon my face. Don't look for tragic wreckage, look for intentional grace. I carried heavy burdens, but I set them down with care. I didn't let the gravity strip the softness from the air. Within the rain, I am the blooming rose that survives the hurricane. I fought the whole damn world just to keep where I belong, and I won the war. Still gentle, still strong. Yeah, still gentle. 7 years the syllables were heavy as a stone, dropped into a well where the water had gone dry. He used to drag the vowels out until they turned into a groan, a prelude to a battle or a breathless alibi. I got used to flinching when the consonants would hit like gravel thrown against a window pane at night. I wore that title like a jacket that didn't really fit, too tight across the shoulders and restricting all the lie. But coming off your tongue, it's like a brand new word, a melody I promise that I haven't ever heard. It floats above the table like a feather in the smoke, rewriting every promise that the last one ever broke. I don't look for cover, I don't check the exit sign when you're the one who's calling out this identity of mine. Yeah, my name sounds different tonight. We're sitting on the tailgate watching satellites go by. The static in my head is finally tuning to a song. I spent a decade waiting for the thunder in the sky, apologizing for existing before I'd done it wrong. He made it sound like an accusation, sharp and cold as steel, a summons to the kitchen just to point out every flaw. So forgive me if I stare at you, asking if it's real that a simple proper noun doesn't have to be the law. 'Cause coming off your tongue, it's like a brand new word, a melody I promise that I haven't ever heard. It floats above the table like a feather in the smoke, rewriting every promise that the last one ever broke. I don't look for cover, I don't check the exit sign when you're the one who's calling out this identity of mine. Yeah, my name sounds different tonight. I remember signing papers just to get the letters back, trying to wash the ink off of my hands in a motel sink. I thought that I was damaged goods. A train jumped off the track, too scared to tell a stranger what I really start to think. But you just asked me if I wanted coffee or some tea, and you used it at the end of the sentence, soft and low, no punctuation mark of anger, no hidden degree, just a sound that means you see me and you wanna let me know. It's strange how sound waves rearrange the air inside a room. I'm bracing for an impact that isn't gonna come. I'm sweeping up the shadows with a brand new yellow broom, marching to the rhythm of a very different drum. Say it again, I wanna catch it like a firefly in a jar. Say it again while we are leaning on the door of your car. I'm reclaiming every letter, I'm taking back the sound. I'm standing with my boots on solid, steady ground. Crickets in the tall grass are the only noise around, besides the quiet rhythm of your breathing and the wind. I never knew that freedom was a quiet kind of sound, or that kindness was a place where a love should begin. You whisper it to wake me when the sunrise starts to creep, and I don't wake up startled, heart pounding in my chest. I finally found a peaceful place to lay it down to sleep, a safe and soft pronunciation where my spirit rests. Yeah, coming off your tongue, it's the sweetest distinct word, the finest piece of music that this heart has ever heard. It rises like a prayer through the barbecue smoke, healing every fracture that the silence ever broke. I'm tearing down the shelter, I'm ignoring every sign. I love the way you're speaking to this identity of mine. Yeah, my name sounds different tonight. Sounds different. Like rain on a tin roof, not a flood. Like a promise, not a thud. Say it again. Just say it again. I used to keep the engine warm, keys halfway in the ignition, just in case you decided to drift out of position. I mapped every back road you might take when you got scared, burned through 3 sets of tires just to show you that I care. But tonight the gravel's quiet and the driveway feels so long, and I'm noticing the crickets singing a different kind of song. I don't chase anymore, I let the dust settle down. I ain't the wind beneath your wings, I'm the ground. If you wanna leave, baby, there's the open gate. I'm done trying to beat the clock or negotiate with fate. You can run until the horizon turns into the shore, but I don't chase anymore. There was a time I'd catch your shadow before it hit the wall. I'd answer questions you hadn't even thought to call. I memorized the rhythm of your boots walking away, just so I could match the tempo, begging you to stay. Now I'm sipping cold tea on the swing, watching the sun dip low, and my heartbeat isn't racing just because you decided to go. I don't chase anymore, I let the dust settle down. I ain't the hunter or the fox, I'm just this town. If you wanna leave, baby, the highway knows your name. I'm retiring my jersey from this exhausting game. You can drive until the gaslight burns the floor, but I don't chase anymore. It's funny how the dynamic shifts when the pleading stops, when I don't come running to pick up every plate that drops. I see you checking the rearview mirror, waiting for my headlights, confused by the vacuum of these empty, peaceful nights. You're slowing down at the turn, expecting a desperate plea, but all you're getting is the stillness of a woman who is free. I spent a decade sprinting on a treadmill made of glass, cutting up my feet just to let the bad times pass. I thought love was a marathon where I had to carry the load, but I'm unlacing these running shoes by the side of the road. No more breathless apologies for things I didn't do. The only thing running tonight is the memory of you. So don't turn the car around unless you're ready to park. I'm not playing hide and seek in the emotional dark. I've planted a garden where I used to pace the floor, and the roots are going deep right here by the door. If you come back walking. Don't come back on the run, because my days of breathless pursuit are officially done. I don't chase anymore. I let the dust settle down. I'm the mountain in the distance, I'm the solid ground. If you wanna stay, you gotta learn how to be still. I'm done climbing up the slippery side of that hill. You can circle the world and knock on every door, but I don't chase, no, I don't chase anymore. Let it settle, let it sit. I'm right here. I taped the cardboard heavy with the books I hadn't read. The buzzing of the street lamp was the last thing that you said. I didn't watch the rear view, 'cause I knew what I would see. A porch light flickering out on a ghost of you and me. I thought the highway painted yellow lines just for my escape, measuring my worth in miles and the distance I could scrape. The radio was static, but I sang along to noise, convinced that silence was a weapon that the weak employ. I thought I learned where home is, somewhere west of where we stood. came on Tuesday with a plaque upon the wall. I stared at etched mahogany and felt nothing at all. My phone was in my hand, I almost dialed 7 digits, but pride is just a straitjacket for the heart that fidgets. I realize the view from up here looks exactly like the floor when you're standing in a castle, but you're looking for a door. So I left the keys on the counter with the velvet and the art. I didn't pack a bag this time, I just packed up my heart. 500 miles of asphalt never looked so kind, unraveling the knot that I had tied inside my gravel crunch familiar, like a language I forgot. The weeds had overtaken where we planted forget-me-nots. I saw you on the steps, you didn't look like you had aged, just a little more resigned, like a lion slightly caged. You didn't ask me where I'd been, why the car was running. You just opened up the screen door like you knew that I was coming. I walked into the kitchen and the smell was dust and pine. I looked into your eyes and saw the jagged, broken line. It wasn't in the mortar and it wasn't in the beams, it wasn't in the city or the graveyard of my dreams. I finally learned where home is. It's the rhythm of your chest, it's the only place on this spinning rock where I can rest. It ain't a zip code or a building or a place to store my things. It's the way the silence settles when the telephone rings. I learned where home is, darling, and I'm never leaving it again. No, the map was upside down back then. It's just the rhythm of your chest. It's just the rhythm of your chest. Yeah, I learned where home is. I used to walk across the pine floors like a thief in my own heart, scared that breathing wrong would make the family pictures fall. You had a way of looking that could turn the summer cold, and I'd be folding laundry just to have something to hold. 10 years of silence bought with currency of blame, while I practiced shrinking down till I didn't have a name. But the well is it become a choice. Check the pockets of my coat, check the corners of the ear. There ain't no apologies left here. Tuesday supper, you were ranting about the boss you hate so much, and I spilled the tea on the tablecloth, a nervous, clumsy touch. I saw you take that breath, the one that signals I should plead, to beg forgiveness for a stain that no one else would heed. But I just watched the amber spread and soak into the lace, and didn't offer up a single word to save your face. Yeah, the well has gone bone dry inside the garden of my throat. I burned the white flag that I used to keep this house afloat. You're waiting for the tremor, for the breaking of my voice, but silence is a weapon when you make it become a choice. Check the pockets of my coat, check the corners of the year. There ain't no apologies left here. The suitcase on the bed isn't packed with anger, just with clothes. It's funny how the heavy things are lighter than I suppose. You asked me if I'm sorry for the ruin of a plan. I said I'm only sorry that I tried to fix a broken man. The ledger is balanced now, the debt is finally paid. I'm walking out the doorway through the mess that we both made. I could say I'm sorry that the sunset makes you sad. I could say I'm sorry for the good times that we had. I could apologize for rain, for dust upon the shelf, but I will never say I'm sorry for being myself. No, I won't bow my head to resurrect the dead. 6 months down the highway and the rearview mirror is clear. The ghost of who I was doesn't haunt the atmosphere. I heard you found another girl to carry all your stone, to apologize for weather that she didn't even own. But me, I'm sleeping soundly with the windows wide and free, learning how to love the woman that you never let me be. 'Cause the well is overflowing with water cool and sweet, and I'm standing tall and steady on my own 2 feet. You waited for the tremor, but you only got the steel. This freedom isn't borrowed, yeah, this freedom is real. Search the canyons of my heart, search the atmosphere. There ain't no apologies left here, not a single one. No apologies. The shelf is empty, no apologies left here. Just the dust where they used to be. Daddy had a temper like a summer storm rolling off the plains, shaking the floorboards, rattling the window panes. He'd come home with dust on his collar and fire in his throat, ready to burn down the bridges that kept us afloat. We'd all scatter like mice when the shadow got long, except for the lady in the apron who knew she belonged. Right in the center of the hurricane's eye, watching the thunder with a flat steel sky. She never raised it above a whisper, but it cut through the noise like a diamond on glass. Soft voice, real power, bringing the giant to the grass. You leaned in to listen, oh, you missed the command. The heaviest hammer was the touch of her hand. She didn't need lightning to prove she was strong, just a look and a syllable to say you were wrong. I remember the sheriff standing tall by the front porch gate, talking about taxes and seizing the land from the state. He was shouting his laws, waving papers and making a scene, acting like the king of a castle he'd never seen. She walked out with lemonade and a gaze that could freeze, brought that lawman right down to his trembling knees. Didn't argue the statute, didn't scream at the badge, just asked about his mother in a tone loud as a gnat. She never raised it above a whisper, but it echoed like canyons inside of your chest. Soft voice, real power, putting the ego to rest. You held your breath, waiting for the velvet to drop. She could spin the whole world or command it to stop. She didn't need thunder to shake up the ground, just the terrifying weight of not making a sound. You stripped the paint from the barn and the gray from her hair. She sat in the rocker, a queen in a wicker chair. The boys grew to men and they thought they knew best, puffing their chests out to put her to the test. But one clear in her throat sent the room into silent retreat. Authority woven in the way she just looked at her feet. She taught us that volume is the weapon of the weak and the scared, and the truth is a line that doesn't need to be snared. Now the rocker is empty and the house feels so loud. Everyone's talking to stand out in the crowd. I see people screaming just to say they exist, fighting the fog with a clenched angry fist. I tried it their way, tried to yell at the dark, but all I got was a sore throat and no spark. So I lower the register, I dial back the gain. I find a calm center in the midst of the rain. It's not in the shouting, it's not in the fight, it's the unbreakable conviction of knowing you're at the mentioned it on Tuesday while you washed the grease off your cheeks. You nodded at the sink, said you'd get the toolbox out. Then Sunday came and went with the same metallic shout. I sat on the porch swing watching the paint peel slow. A month ago I would have reminded you, just so you'd know, but the air felt different, heavier in my lungs, like I finally ran out of forgiveness on the tip of my tongue. So I let the silence do the heavy lifting for a change, even if the quiet feels a little heavy, a little strange. If the first words didn't land, the second ones are waste. I'm done chasing echoes all over this place. It's a brand new love, cold as ice. I love you enough to ask, but I stopped asking twice. It used to be, are we going to your mother's or did you pay the light? I'd circle back around when you forgot, trying to be polite. I was the safety net, the calendar, the nagging voice of reason, carrying the mental load through every single season. I thought if I said it louder, said it with a smile, you'd meet me in the middle or at least walk a mile. But repetition is a prayer to a God that isn't there, and I'm tired of hearing my own voice vanish in the air. Now I let the silence do the heavy lifting for a change, watching you get comfortable while I get strange. If the invitation died, then let it rest in peace. I signed the paper on a brand new emotional lease. It's a hard line drawn precise. I love myself enough to ask, but I stopped asking twice. Sat on the counter, cream and gold, RSVP by Friday, or so the paper told. I asked you Monday morning if you wanted the chicken or the steak. You looked at your phone and said, give me a break. Friday noon rolled around, I licked the envelope alone, checked one guest attending and turned off my phone. You came home looking for your suit at 5:30, surprised to see me leaving, asking for a ride. And there it was, the panic in your eyes when you realized the safety net had been cut down to size. You asked, why didn't you remind me? Why didn't you say? I pointed to the calendar, I pointed to the day. I'm not a broken record, skipping on a groove. I'm not the push behind you just to make you move. If it mattered to you, you would have heard it the first time. Now you're the victim of your own victimless crime. Fixed it in an hour and I went on with my day. You're asking where I'm going, asking where I've been, asking if we can start the conversation over again. But the rule is retroactive, it applies to second chances too. You want an explanation for the new point of view. I told you last October that I was fading fast. You didn't hear me then, so that warning was the last. Yeah, the silence is doing all the heavy lifting now. landlords used to scream when I tried to sneak out past 10. This hallway was a canyon, I was just a whisper back then. Daddy's shadow on the porch stretched a mile down the drive, and I was drowning in the silence, just trying to survive. The kitchen table said 12, but we were only 3. Every empty chair felt like it was staring right at me. I promised the horizon I wouldn't linger long, just another fugitive inside a country song. It hung heavy on my shoulders like a winter coat in June, dragging on the gravel, out of step and out of tune. I cursed the roots that held me, I fought the simple bliss. I never thought the day would come, but I grew to this. Yeah, I grew into this. My 20s were a hammer trying to break the granite stone. I painted over wallpaper just to claim it as my own. Brought home a city boy who said the silence was too loud. He didn't understand the ghosts that make a family proud. We fought in the driveway where the gravel turns to dust. He left with his freedom, I stayed with the rust. Whatever empty spaces that he left inside the frame, I filled him up with stubbornness and learned to love the name. It still felt heavy on my shoulders, a burden and a gift. Watching seasons change the color, watching continents drift. I stopped fighting with the river, I gave the bank a kiss, slowly learning how to stand. Yeah, I grew into this. Oh, I grew into this. Then the winter took my father, and the house began to shrink. The pipes began to rattle, pushed me right up to the brink. Suddenly the ceiling didn't seem so far away. I had to be the pillar that would keep the roof at bay. I walked the fence line in the boots he left behind, surprised to feel the leather fit the arch of my own mind. The neighbors started waving like they saw him in my face. I wasn't just a tenant, I became the whole damn place. It's funny how a cage can turn into a castle wall when you stop looking for the exit and you answer to the call. The tightness in the chest, the restless wild spin finally settled down the moment I gave in. Not giving up, just giving over to the ground. I'm the keeper of the echo, I'm the master of the sound. sheltered by the storm front, standing exactly where she should. My daughter runs the staircase, making noise enough for 10. And I just smile, knowing she'll wanna leave, and then she'll circle back around when the world feels too wide, to find the only shelter where her secrets can hide. It don't feel heavy on my shoulders, it fits me like a skin, a comfortable redemption for the rebel I have been. No longer cursing roots, I thank the dirt for this. Every crack and every crevice, yeah, I grew into this. Lord, I grew into this. Like the ivy on the brick, like the moss upon the stone, I'm exactly where I'm living, I'm exactly where I'm grown. I used to check the weather app before looking out the window, scared I'd get the rain wrong, scared the wind might blow in a direction I didn't authorize or understand. I kept my compass in everyone else's hand. Ask the bartender if I'm thirsty, ask the ex if I'm pretty. Let the committee inside my head run the whole damn city. I bought a house I hated 'cause a realtor smiled. I was a passenger in my own life for 100,000 miles. But the static is clearing off the radio waves. I'm done walking through the maze of the plans you made. I don't need a second opinion to feel the cold. I don't need a permission slip to be this bold. The jury's dismissed, the verdict is allowed. I trust myself now. Do you remember the Tuesday I cut my hair short? You said it made me look sharp, like a last resort. So I grew it back out until it tangled in the drain, trying to look like the woman you wanted to entertain. I swallowed the questions that tasted like ash, kept the receipts of my anger hidden in the dash. I let you drive the car while I slept in the back, dreaming of a highway that didn't fade to black. Yeah, the static is dying on the radio waves. I'm burning the maps of the shortcuts you saved. I don't need a cosigner to buy my own grief. I don't need a preacher to find my belief. The jury is silence, the silence is allowed. I trust myself now. In some other town, I sat in the shivering dark with a wrench in my grip, waiting for the panic to make my heartbeat skip. But my hands didn't shake and my breath didn't catch. I fixed a leak with a prayer and a kitchen match. It wasn't a miracle, it wasn't a show. It was just me knowing what I didn't know. I know They say intuition is a muscle you have to tear to build it back up in the thin mountain air. I tore it on, baby, and I tore it on, please. I tore it on, begging you down on my knees. But the scar tissue's thicker than the skin was before. I'm not leaving the key under the mat at the door. If I make a wrong turn, let me hit the dead end. I'd rather be lost than be led by a friend who doesn't know the engine, who doesn't know the road. I'm carrying the weight, but I'm choosing the load. Coffee was bitter and black, and I didn't add sugar just to take it back. I wore the boots that you said were too loud, walking right through the middle of the judgment crowd. There's a ghost in the corner who looks like the old me, asking for directions, asking to flee. I look her in the eye and I tell her sit tight. We aren't asking for validation tonight. The static is gone, it's just music and waves. I'm dancing on top of the doubt that we gave. I don't need a mirror to see who I am. I don't give a damn about the diagram. The jury is gone, I'm the only one proud. I trust myself now. Yeah, I trust myself now. No more questions, just the answer. The road is mine, the mistake is mine. The glory is mine. I trust myself. Fading. You rub your temples like I was a headache you couldn't shake. Just because I asked if you'd be home for the birthday cake. You looked at the calendar on the fridge like it was written in Greek. Like loving me is a 40-hour job you gotta work every week. You said I need too much, that I'm heavy to hold. You're trying to lift me with one hand while the other one's cold. I'm not a puzzle missing pieces you can't find. I'm not a riddle meant to tangle up your mind. I don't need a diamond in my truth in the morning and a promise that won't fold. If showing up for dinner feels like doing time for a crime, then baby, I'm not hard to love, you just don't have the time. I watched my daddy love my mama without breaking a sweat. He never looked at her kindness like it was a dangerous debt. He knew that water in the garden isn't a chore if you like the bloom. But you walk around us like you're trapped in a waiting room, checking your watch, tapping your foot on the floor, blaming a lot when you're the one closing the door. It's not high maintenance to wanna be seen. It's not complicated to want the slate to be clean. You call it pressure, I call it a pose. You say I'm too much, but maybe you're just giving false hope to a woman who's easy to please if you just get off your pride and down on your knees. Box, changing the combination on all of these mental locks. You can find someone hollow, someone who asks for nothing at all, who'll let you sit in the silence and never make you feel small. When you're lonely and realize you got what you chose, you'll miss the hard work of smelling the rose. But you chose to be blind. I didn't need the moon, just a lantern in the dark. But you were afraid of the fire, so you stomped out the spark. Yeah, climbing this hill was never a waste of your prime. Baby, I wasn't hard to love, you just ran out of time.